Thank you for joining me to learn about the services offered through Help Me Grow Yolo County and how to complete a free and confidential developmental screening on a mobile device for children ages birth through 5. Before we get started, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Help Me Grow Yolo County. Help Me Grow Yolo County is a program of and funded by First 5 Yolo and Yolo County Health and Human Services Agency. We are also a very proud program at the Northern California Children's Therapy Center. Help Me Grow Yolo County is a one-stop shop for families with children birth through 5 years old. Our mission is to promote healthy development for every child in our community. We do this by providing free developmental screenings and information about resources and activities. When you work with Help Me Grow Yolo County, you can expect professional and confidential case management by a professional team of experts who can answer your questions about your child's development. We currently have experts available who speak Spanish and English. Your case manager will help you through the process of completing a developmental screening and providing you information and referrals to resources in your community based on you and your child's needs. A developmental screening is a tool for parents to gain a snapshot of how their child is growing and learning and meeting their developmental milestones. It can also be used to help communicate with the child's caregiver or pediatrician. Additionally, you can use it to prepare your child for kindergarten success. This video will take you through the step-by-step process of completing the Help Me Grow Yolo County developmental screening, which includes 2 parts. The first, a brief background which tells us about you and your child, and the second are the developmental questionnaires, which tell us about your child's skill development in the areas of movement and coordination, thinking and communicating, and bonding and building social connections. The developmental screenings should take you approximately 20 minutes to complete. After you complete these developmental questionnaires, you can choose to stop and submit the information about your child. However, at this point, you will also have the option to continue and answer 2 brief surveys that address any self-care needs or environmental support needs you may have as a caregiver. Combined, these optional caregiver surveys should only take an additional 2 to 4 minutes to complete and will give us information we can use to support all of your family needs. Again, the caregiver surveys are optional, and if you choose to skip them, you can hit stop and submit at any time. If both of these sections are completed, expect the whole developmental and caregiver questionnaire to take approximately 25 minutes. This next part of the video is broken up into 3 sections: how to get to the questionnaires, how to complete the questionnaires, and how to submit the questionnaires. And let's get started with section 1, how to get to the questionnaires. We are starting at the Help Me Grow Yolo County website. You can find this by Googling Help Me Grow Yolo County or entering the URL directly, helpmegrowyolo.org. Or if you'd rather, you can call Help Me Grow Yolo County for additional support or have the login instructions emailed or texted to you at 844-410-GROW. I'm going to scroll down towards the Start Screening Now option and select Start Screening. This takes you to our Contact Us page. Due to the copyright laws around the screening tools, they must be password protected. That is why we need this extra step in the process to get to the password and the URL for the screening site. We're going to enter your first name and last name, then hit Submit. Here you will find that you have the website yesyolo.org and the password. I'm going to copy the password for later. Then I am clicking on the yesyolo.org hyperlink. And here we are. This is the first page of our Help Me Grow Yolo County developmental screening site in section 2, how to complete the questionnaires. First, we need to know what language you would like to complete the screening in. We currently only have it available in English and Spanish. When you get to the screening questionnaires and you are answering the questions about what you see your child doing, please make sure to consider your child's strongest language, your child's primary language, and if your child does a particular activity using their primary language. Also, if you need to ask your child a specific question, Please do so in your child's primary language, even if you are completing the questionnaire in English or Spanish. Next, we want to know if there is a particular staff member helping you complete the screening. If you are not a parent or caregiver completing this for your child, or you are a parent with somebody that works at or with Help Me Grow Yolo County, select yes to enter their information. For today, we're going to select no. Now we want to know how you heard about Help Me Grow Yolo County. There is a list of programs currently working with us. You also have the option to select other and tell us how you heard about us here at Help Me Grow Yolo County. Then I'm going to hit continue. This is the screen where you are providing consent to participate in the Help Me Grow Yolo County program. That de-identified data is shared with First 5 Yolo for funding purposes. Also, this page states that Help Me Grow Yolo County staff will work with you to provide resources and referrals that may benefit you, your child, and your family. Later in this process, you will be given the option to choose what care providers you would like to share this information with. Here, we want to know if you have completed a screening for this child or this child's siblings before. If you select yes, then all the demographic information that you previously completed will be copied over to a new profile, shortening the process for you. For now, I'm going to select no and start a new screen. I am going to paste the password that was previously provided to us. The first few pages are going to ask for demographic information about you and your child. It's important that we get accurate information here so that we know how to get the results back to you. We need to know your relationship to the child, your name, first and last, your gender, if you feel comfortable sharing it, your address, phone number, and ideally an email address. By providing an email address, the wait time for you to receive a copy of the results is shorter. What is your preferred method of contact? If we need to call you, we will. Then, what languages are written and spoken in the home, and the primary language used in your home. Now we are ready for the information about your child, their first and last name, date of birth, and if your child was born more than 3 weeks premature, as this affects which questionnaire you are given to complete. What is your child's primary language, if your child has medical insurance, and who is your child's medical insurance provider, and did you get this insurance through Cover California? Let us know if your child has a formal medical or educational or mental health diagnosis, if your child has an IEP or an IFSP, that is an individual education plan or individual family service plan. For this section, we really want to know what kind of concerns you may have about your child's development. Is your child not speaking as clearly as you think they should be? Are they having a hard time using their small muscles? Please list whatever your concerns may be. And this is where you can add who you would like the results of this questionnaire to be shared with. For example, if you would like your child's healthcare provider or preschool teacher to receive a copy of the results, please mark so here. We will check with you before sharing the results out to any of the listed providers when we speak to you about the results. These questions are asked for funding purposes. If you can include them, that would be great. And at this point, we have finished the demographics. If you decide to complete a screening for this child in the future, or another sibling, all of this will auto-populate, and you will just be reviewing the information. And this is where the questionnaire starts. This is also where you have the option to save for later, in the upper right-hand corner of the page. If you select this, you will be given a completion code and expiration date to be able to log back in later to complete the questionnaire. Depending on the age of your child, the questions will vary. Each age group is going to have different questions. I'm going to answer the first few questions slowly so you can get a feel for how to answer the questions, and then I will go quickly through the rest of the questions so you can see the whole process. If while you're answering these questions you find that you do not know the answers, please take the time to ask your child. Interact with them, play, and do it in a fun and engaging way for them to find the answer. For this first questionnaire, the answers are going to be yes, sometimes, or not yet, and please be as accurate as possible. This questionnaire will ask you questions to gain a snapshot of how your child is talking, moving, and controlling their large and small muscles, solving problems, and using their self-care skills, using the Brooks Publishing Ages and Stages Questionnaire 3. Some of the questions will have an option where you can provide an example, like here. From here, I'm going to speed up and go through the rest of the questionnaire quickly. Some examples of the questions you may see in your questionnaire are: can your child balance on one foot? Does your child point to something to get you to look at it? Can your child jump from 2 feet planted? Does your child walk upstairs on his own? Or can your child name certain colors? At the end, there will be questions that ask you to explain what you're seeing at home. Please give us an example. With this next questionnaire, also by Brooks Publishing, the Ages and Stages Social and Emotional 2 questionnaire, we want to learn more about your child's social and emotional development. These questions will go over how your child may or may not be controlling their impulses, regulating their emotions, and engaging with others. There are different responses you can choose: often or always, sometimes, or rarely or never. Then you have the option to check if this is a concern, if you are worried about this specifically. From here, I'm going to move forward a bit faster so you can see the end of the questionnaire. In this questionnaire, some examples of questions you may see are: does your child enjoy playing with other children? Is your baby interested in things around her? Will your child give you an object? Do you enjoy meal times together? At the end of this questionnaire, you have another chance to answer some specific questions. For example, do you have concerns about your child's eating and sleeping or toileting habits? We also want to know what you enjoy about your child. The following questionnaires are the optional parent-caregiver questionnaires. The next questionnaire has questions regarding you as a parent or caregiver and your mental health. If you are a foster parent, these questions will not be offered. The patient health questionnaire has questions that may be triggering for some individuals. You have the option to stop and submit the screening in the upper right-hand corner of the screen if you'd like. We ask these questions to make sure parents have what they need to be available for their children. Like when flying, the flight attendants ask you to put on your oxygen mask before the child. You need to have your basic needs met before you can meet the needs of others. And this is the last questionnaire, the Safe Environment for Every Kid tool. And it is going to ask questions about what you may need in your home. Based on your responses, Help Me Grow Yolo County staff will provide you with resources and information for anything you may identify here as needing at home. Please feel free to add in the text box what else we might be able to help you with. So here's the end of the survey, Section 3, How to Submit the Questionnaires. If you have skipped any questions, you will see a prompt here to go back to answer those questions. Otherwise, make sure you save and submit the screening. If you do not submit the screening will not be saved and we will not know to get a hold of you. In the upper right-hand corner, you have the option to save for later or stop and submit. When you are finished, select Stop and Submit. Thank you again for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please contact us at helpmegrowyolo.org by calling us at 844-410-4769 or emailing us at information@helpmegrowyolo.org.